Musa textilis is popular in Philippines. Then Musa pastu. It's popular in Japan. Next one is Musa balbisiana. Um, its main purpose is a leaf only because we are using leaf as a plate, biological plate now. Then next one is Musa laterita. It's a tolerant to Panama wilt and nematode. It's important for breeding purpose. Then next one is Musa pastu. It's cold hardy in nature. Uh, then next, Musa acuminata subspecies malacensis. In this species, we can eat the whole flower as a vegetable. It's for culinary purpose. Then next, Musa acuminata subspecies Banksy. It's a parthenocarpic origin. And then last year this question I asked in ICA JRF examination. Most of us committed mistake in this question. They asked botanically banana inflorescence called, but we simply write banana inflorescence is a spadix like that we wrote. But they asked botanical term for banana inflorescence. The right answer is thighs. If they ask a type of banana inflorescence means the correct answer is spadix. Then in the banana inflorescence, the base consists of female flower and then male flower followed by hermaphrodite flower at the tip portion. Most of the edible bananas are developed through vegetative parthenocarpically only. And then propagation. Banana is propagated by sucker. There are two type of sucker. One is swat sucker and another one is water sucker. But for propagation, we use a swat sucker only. And then ideal weight is 500 to 750 gram is ideal for propagation. Then the rhizome of banana, it's a modification of stem. For propagation, in some areas they cut the rhizomes. It's called bits. It's also used for propagation. And then after planting, we get a new emerging sucker. Na? It's called peepers. Um, Nowadays, G9 variety is propagated through tissue culture. Um, there is one difference between tissue culture plants and sucker propagated plants. If it is a tissue culture plant, means it will yield a crop in 11 months. Then it's advantageous to farmers. Sucker propagated yield after 16 to 17 months only. And then banana is a calcifuge crop. Calcifuge means it's a calcium hating, but it will take more amount of potassium. Tea also comes under a calcifuge crop. Then in some part of Tamil Nadu, they followed drench planting. Drench planting is recommended for wetland only. Then for pit planting is recommended in garden land system. Then furrow planting. It's not a burrow, it's a furrow. Furrow planting is recommended for Gujarat and Maharashtra region. Um, for multi-story system in Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, they followed a multi-story system. Um, Suitable varieties for a multi-story system are Puvan and Neipuvan. This is also important question for JRF. And then in banana, parthenocarpy and dwarfness, both characters are controlled by the single dominant gene. In every year, 1 to 2 questions came from gene characters, like which gene controls which character, like that. You should consider this one. Then some of the special practices followed in banana. Denaveling. Denaveling means the removal of the male bud after the completion of the bunch emergence. Then second is propping. Propping means we will give some support like structure to the pseudostem bunch during the bunch emergence stage. Then mattacking. After the the harvesting phase. In this, we will cut the pseudostem of the mother plant at zero point 0.6 meter. Then the new daughter sucker will get the some amount of nutrients from the cut portion. On the next operation is bunch covering. Mm, in most of the dwarf caventers and silk group, they practice the bunch covering. Blue color polythene bunch covering is best for banana. And then desuckering is done 3 times in a year. Desuckering is done through kerosene or through mechanically. Then smoke treatment. It's for ripening of banana in Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. And then ethylene also used for ripening of banana. The concentration is 200 to 300 ppm. Then scoring in banana, it's important. The scoring in banana was given by a Sherman and a Shepherd in the year 1955. And they scored the banana based on 15 morphological characters. For scoring, two types of banana are considered. One is Musa acuminata type, then another one is Musa balbisiana. If they considered 15 characters, na, if a Musa acuminata characters came means they will give one score. For Musa balbisiana characters means they will give 5 score. If this character comes under intermediate means 2, 3, 4 scores are given. And generally, the score range is between 15 to 75. Here are some of the examples for if it is based on the ploidy level and then scoring. First one is 2x. The score range is 16 to 23. Genome is AA. Most of the Matti, Anakumban, Suryakali, Namari, Donga groups are come under this. Then 3x. In this 3x, 15 to 21 score means AAA genome will become. In this Cavendish group will become. Cavendish group means dwarf Cavendish, Grass Michael, Robusta. These types become then 4x. 15 to 20 will be the score. Then 4A genome, godless alta fort. It's a synthetic hybrid. It's not occur in the nature. And then next one is 2x 46 to 48. And the genome is AB. Most of the Naipuvan and not Puvan. This type of cultivars comes under AB genome. Then 3x. In this 3x, most of the commercial cultivating banana came like a pom group bananas and silk group bananas, Rastali, Pachanadan, Suganti, Puvan. This type of cultivars comes under the AAB genome. And then in 3x or 59 to 69, ABB type will become. One more you have to change in your group, like in some parts we will study like clue teporod cultivar comes under tetraploid like AABB genome, but it's wrong. It's changed nowadays. Clue teporod comes under ABB genome, so study it accordingly. Then Mundan Karpuravalli also comes under ABB. Then 4x 63 to 69 ABBB, that is Abat monoker. It's a new variety. Then I mentioned some of the new varieties. Bat Manogar, and the genome is ABBB. It's a natural tetraploid only. It is reported in the northeast India. And then second one is Kule Pride. These particular varieties resistant to pseudostem breaking, and it is resistant to lodging, which means it's a wind tolerant variety. Then tolerant to Chicadaka leaf spot. Then NRC Banana released four new banana varieties, that is Kaveri Shaba, Kaveri Kalki, Kaveri Harita, Kaveri Kanya. Already they released one variety Udayam also. um, Kaveri Shaba, its character is it's grown both in plains and in altitudes. It's suitable for saline sodic soil. This is very important. Then Kaveri Shaba is suitable for both culinary and for desert purpose. Then Kaveri Kalki, it's an exotic introduction variety. It's suitable for high density planting and for processing also. And then Kaveri Harita, it's a cooking banana. And then Kaveri Kanya, it's wind tolerant. And then we will see some of the physiological disorders. Degrain. Degrain means if excess nitrogen is present, means degrain in the pulp. It will be present. Then November term, it's due to low temperature. Then Neervalai. This problem is mostly noticed in Nendran banana. It's a susceptible variety. And the symptom is immature finger peeling. We can improve it by spraying NADA. And then marginal scorching. It's marginal scorching is a typical symptom for potassium deficiency. And then Kotavalai, seediness problem. It's reported in Puvan banana. The symptom is enlarged ovule with immature fruits. And we can remedy is 240 at 120 ppm. Then goose flush, it's due to dry winter season. Then blue disease is magnesium deficiency. Then I mentioned some of the important pests like banana aphid. Banana aphid act as a vector for bunched up virus. In many question paper, they asked this question. Then burrowing nematode. Scientific name is Rhadophilus similis. We can rectify this problem by pairing and pralinage practice. And then major diseases Panama wilt. Another name of Panama wilt is Fusarium wilt, vascular wilt, because in this disease there will be a purple discoloration in the vascular bundle. That's why it's called vascular wilt. This disease is severe in the acid soils only. Then another is cocoon disease or banana brag mosaic disease. Cicada leaf spot also major problem. It's first reported in Fiji, and then banana is a climatic fruit. Then maturity indices for banana is the angularity will be disappeared. Then we will see about apple. Apple is considered as the king of temperate fruits, and then its scientific name is Musa domestica. And then chromosome number is 2n34. Its origin is Southwestern Asia. Edible portion is fleshy thalamus. It's an accessory fruit. Then it's most of the temperate fruits are deciduous in nature. Ancestor for apple is both Musa sylvestris and Musa sylvestris. Both are ancestor. Major sugar present in apple is sorbitol. Then major acid present in pome fruits is malic acid. In most of the temperate fruits, gametophytic self-incompatibility is present. That's why they are cross-pollinated in nature. And then important species related to apple are Malus baccata. Malus baccata is a most important one. In many question paper, they asked this question. And the common name for Malus baccata is crab apple. It's used as a pollinizer. Generally, it's a a very good ornamental plant. Then example for apomictic apple species are Malus ciboli, Malus dongoides, and Malus bupensis. Then sucker-free species is Malus sivasi. Then two species are indigenous to our Himalayan region. One is Malus baccata, then one more is Malus sikimensis. Mm, the next question is important. Which species is resistant to poultry manure? It's a Malus zumi. Then the resistance character is controlled by the single dominant gene. That gene is P12. Then resistant to scab is Malus floribunda. Uh, this character is controlled by single dominant gene. That gene is VF. And then most of the apple related species are cross pollinated in nature. One species is self pollinated in nature. It's a Malus techkansky. Uh, then in the apple, cream yellow color. It's a dominant one. It's controlled by the single dominant gene. Uh, then in apple, the major problem is woolly aphid problem. Then one species is resistant to that. It's a Malus hupahensis. And then one species is resistant to codling moth and apple woolly aphids. It's Malus jumi. Apple is commercially it's propagated by tongue grafting. Um, in apple, we recommend many root stacks. These root stacks are propagated by stooling or mount layering. But in this clonal root stack propagation, there will be one problem. It's a root suckering problem. There will be more root suckers. Then nicking. Yesterday I mentioned nicking means ringing below the dormant below the bud. It is practiced in apple. Then for getting good color and shape, apple should be thinned. The good thinning agent are carbaryl or NAA or sevin. Then pollination. This topic is very important for giraffe. Most of the delicious group is self incompatible in nature. It means there will be no self pollination occur. Then English group are self pollinated. English group only act as a pollinizer for delicious group. um, Golden Delicious is best pollinizer for apple. You think that a name is delicious, so it comes under delicious. No, Golden Delicious not comes under delicious group. It's a English group. Then for pollination, 11 to 30 percentage pollination tree should be intercropped in the apple orchard. For every third row in the third tree should be a pollination tree. Then crab apple also a pollinator. Then most of the diploid varieties in apple are self fruitful in nature. Then triploid varieties are self unfruitful, except some varieties, that is Baldwin and Mutsu. They are fertile. And then root stacks. In this table, surely you will accept one question for JRF exam. M27. This root stack is ultra dwarf. So it's suitable for high density planting. And M9 also dwarfing root stack is suitable for HDP. Then Metam 793. It's a very vigorous root stack, but it's a good resistant to woolly aphid and collar rot problem. Then MM 104. MM 104 is a cold hardy in nature. Then MM 111, it's a drought tolerant, but it's a very vigorous in nature. Then MM106. It's a semi dwarf, so it's suitable for high density planting and woolly aphid resistant. Robusta number 5. In apple, there will be a fire blight problem. Robusta number 5 is resistant to that fire blight. Then M2. M2 is vigorous in nature. It's tolerant to heavy soils. Then in IARI regional research station, they developed one root stack. It's very important. Pusa semulvrent one. It comes under Malus bucketa, Shillong type. Its good character feature is resistant to root rot, and it's also resistant to powdery mildew and woolly aphid problems. The series means it's specifically breed for woolly aphid problem, and EMLA series, they are generally recommended for virus problems. It's a virus resistant in nature. series are developed from the England. There will be one institute. It's a John Innes Institute. And then I mentioned new varieties and important varieties. First one is Anna. Last year they asked this question. Low chilling apple variety. It's Anna. It's introduced from Israel. Then another variety is Pusa Gold. It's a hybrid. Parentage is Golden Delicious cross Didymax yearly Worcester. It's yearly maturing in nature. Then another one is Pusa Amardara Pride. It's also hybrid, released from IRI regional station. It's a royal parentage is Royal Delicious Cross Prima. These varieties have more TSS and size also large. Then Gala, it's important variety. It's introduced from New Zealand. It's a off-season variety, and it also keeping quality also good. Then Modi apple. In 2019, they asked this question: Modi apple introduced from which country? And the answer is Italy. The parent, it's a hybrid. Parentage is Liberty Cross Gala. Next, Arctic apple. In apple, there will be one problem. Browning problem will be there. It's due to polyphenol oxidase enzyme. Arctic apple is transgenic in nature. These particular variety is resistant to that problem. Then Liberty, it's a fungal disease resistant variety. Then Umbri, this question is important. It's indigenous to India. Mostly it's grown in Kashmir Valley. Ambri variety has a good shelf life. Then Northern Spy. This variety is resistant to um, apple woolly aphid. Then Benoni. Benoni variety is earliest yearly maturing variety. Then Red Delicious. Both Red Delicious and Golden Delicious are chance seedling only. In India, Red Delicious is a popular variety. And then already I told now EMLA series are virus resistant, and series are series root stacks are woolly aphid resistant. In apple, browning is due to polyphenol oxidase enzyme. Then apple is a climatic fruit. Maturity indices for torch index. Um, then internal browning is a major problem in apple. The susceptible variety is yellow Newton. Then golden delicious is highly susceptible to skin rusting problem. And then storage problem in apple is apple scab. It's caused by the fungus Venturia iniqualis. And then Recently, one farmer, Sri Hariman Sharma, developed one variety. It's a HRMN-99. It's a farmer released variety. It's a low chilling apple variety. Then we will see about a pear. Pear also comes under the pome fruits. Its scientific name is Pyrus species because there are two types of pear, na, European pear and Asiatic pear. Um, in Pear is considered as the gifts of the god. Uh, its chromosome number is similar to the apple. All poem groups have a similar chromosome number. Its origin. Asian pear originated from Western China. European pear originated from Europe region. And the inflorescence of pear is carimbos. Major acid are present both in apple and in pear is malic acid only. In pear also, browning problem is there. It's due to polygalacturonase enzyme activity. There will be some difference between European pear and Asiatic pear. European pear requires a high chilling requirement. Asiatic pear requires low chilling requirement. Then quality wise, European pear is good. Asiatic pear is low in quality, but it is a fire blight tolerant somewhat. Then the internal flesh is buttery and melty in nature in European, but in Asiatic it is crisp and watery. In Pear, there will be one problem is grit cells that is stone like cells present in Pear. That's why Pear is like somewhat grainy nature. And then gametophytic self incompatibility problem also in Pear also. In this pic, you can easily see European pear quality is good. In Asiatic pear, it's somewhat there is no proper shape and it's very rough in nature. Then important species related to pear. First is European or English or common pear. It's a Pyrus communis. In the world level, it's only commonly grown. But in Asian countries, Asiatic pear is grown. Its other name is Oriental pear or Japanese sand pear. Uh, its scientific name is Pyrus pyrifolia. In South India, it's used as a root. It's drought tolerant in nature. Then another one is snow pear or peri pear. Snow pear is used for scientific name is Pyrus nivalis. This question is important. It's used for peri preparation. And then Pyrus Usuriensis, it's winter hardy. It means for breeding purpose, these species is important for importing hardiness, winter hardiness. Then wild pear kind, it's a Pyrus passia. In North India, it's only a popular root stack. Then another one is Chinese or sand pear. It's Pyrus sinensis. Mm. It's also used in North India. Then rootstock and propagation. Pear is for pear, it's a propagated by quince rootstock commercially. In quince A is vigorous in nature, and then quince C is used for dwarfing, which means it's suitable for HDP. And then one more vigorous rootstock is Pyrus passia. And then scientific name of quince is important, Cydonia oblonga. It's a monotypic genus. These quinces are propagated by cuttings. In pear, there will be one problem. Then Question also asked many times. There will be a graft incompatibility problem. The type of graft incompatibility is localized grafting incompatibility. In if we use a bottlet pear as a cyan and a quince as a rootstock means there will be prunus in um, will be synthesized. It will depress the growth of the bottlet pear, so there will be a graft incompatibility. There will be no that much callus formation. This problem is overcome by using old home. It's a interstack, good interstack used in pear. Mm, then double grafting or double working is practiced in pear only. Then popular varieties in India and in world are first in temperate regions. They recommended European varieties only. The most important European variety is Bartlett. And then in Pear there will be a grit cells present, and two varieties are free from grit cells. It's Magnus and another one more is Flemish Beauty. Um, Low chilling varieties are suitable for plains, and high chilling low chilling is suitable for plains and for subtropical. High chilling is for somewhat cooler areas. Mm, Low chilling varieties requires 150 hours only. Example is Kaifar. It's very popular in India. And then Gola, Punjab Nectar, Adarnak. Um, in high chilling pear varieties are European pear varieties only. It requires 1200 to 1500 hours chilling requirement. Important varieties are Bartlett, Anjo, Conference. Uh, then some soft varieties also available. Um, they are Nijijeki, then Punjab Nectar, Punjab Gold. In North India, Padarnak and Nash, both varieties are popular. In Tamil Nadu hills, they grown K4. This variety is important. And then Padarnak variety is moderately resistant to fire blight. And then physiological disorder, um, in Pear there will be a pink end problem. It is due to abnormal cool season before harvesting. And then calcium deficiency and boron deficiency is major in Pear. And in calcium deficiency the problem is black end and cork spot. In boron deficiency means calyx end rot problem will be there. And then the some storage disorder problem also occur. Major one is called in this anjo variety is free from all storage disorder problems. Then important pest and disease in Pear. um, Fire blight is a major problem in both apple and in pear. And the causal organism is Erwinia amylovora. It's a bacteria. And then susceptible, mostly European varieties are susceptible to this problem. And then resistant species is Pyrus caleriana. Then pear decline. It's one more disease. It's a phytoplasma disease. The vector is Pearcilla, that is Cacopsylla species. Thank you. That's
And what is number localized grafting compatibility?
yeah. There will be three types of grafting incompatibility in fruit crops and in some and in fruit crops. Localized grafting incompatibility, and another one is translocated, and some is due to virus. In walnut you have heard about if we use Hindisias roots, that means there will be a problem like black line problem. It's also due to graft incompatibility, but that problem is due to virus. In pear, um, that queens na it secrete some substance. It will um, this problem will be in the roots that if we graft bottler pear and queens together means there will be no that much callus formation and there will be no union, so the graft will get failure. For that, if we use old humus rootstock means that substance secreted na in queens, it will not um, it will not cause any problem to bottlet. Any question?
Ma'am, what is the
Yeah.
purpose of delabeling?
Denaveling. Denaveling is done in banana removal of male flower. If we remove it means banana bunch will get somewhat if we remove that male part means the banana bunch get some nutrients and its appearance also good.
Ma'am, why Panama wilt attacks more in acidic soils?
Yeah. Actually, this fungus Fusarium will na Fusarium axisporum. This fungus will survive more in acidic soil only. That's why if we cultivate a banana in more acidic soil, it's highly susceptible to Fusarium wilt.
Then, ma'am, in case of guava wilt, ma'am, it occurs in alkaline soil mode. Even the causal organism is same, Fusarium. Why so, ma'am?
But that subspecies is differ na for banana and then for
It's a fungal disease.
yeah, most of the fungal disease are major cause problem in acidic soil only. Uh, but in banana,
Yeah, basically, in case of the Fusarium wilt, which is Fusarium oxysporum species cupens, which occurs in banana, it causes Panama wilt. But in case of the GAVA, it is a complex disease. Not only Fusarium is causing this disease. Other two, like Macrophomina and other fungi, are responsible for causing the GAVA wilt. So there are two different types in Kava wilt also. That is, if you are quick wilt or slow wilt. So causal organisms are different. Hanuman, one more point to add to that
Ah,
question. That
yes.
now I said about quick wilt and slow wilt. So the
Yes, yes.
that quick wilt, these Physarum species are mainly responsible for quick wilt of Java, and these are attributed under the acidic conditions. But the
Yes.
other species like Macrophomina, Azole or Cercospora are there. These will cause the Java wilt disease in the alkaline soils.
It is slow wilt.
Slow wilt.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
Kaileshwari, can you explain about the different fruit drop in apple? There's
Yes,
some
sir.
Abhishek is asked question.
Okay, sir. Actually, three types of fruit drop is in apple. First is due to lack of proper pollination and due to fruit competition. It's a May drop or yearly drop. In the early stage of the fruit, there will be lack of pollination or maybe any pollination problem. So, fruit will drop. This is May drop or yearly drop. Then, a second one is due to environmental conditions. Uh, some environmental factors are not suitable for apple na, like apple like require low chilling, and if there is a not providing that condition means fruit will drop. It's comes under June drop is due to environmental factor. Then next one is before harvesting there will be some drop. It's a pre-harvest drop. If generally in all crops there will be a pre-harvest drop. A pre-harvest drop is due to the formation of abscission layer in uh, every fruits leaves there will be abscission layer. It will be due to ethylene only cause senescence na. um, these abscission layer will cause easy detachment of that fruit tag to the branch. That's why this drop will occur. But pre-harvest droppers cause more economical loss.
Okay. Then, if which temperate fruit require high chilling requirement, which is low?
Sir, actually, cherry
Peach
red.
and almond. Yesterday also they got confusion between peach and almond. If today, you can clarify this one. Yesterday also they got confusion.
Okay, sir. Actually, peach requires low chilling requirement. Peach is generally grown in plains. Haryana. In Haryana, they generally cultivated peach. It means peach like a very low chilling requirement. Only 150 hours is essential for Asiatic type. Um,
What is scoring in banana and which other crop is scoring is practiced?
Yeah. Actually, in banana, uh, there will be numerous type. They are developed from both Musa acuminata and Musa balbisiana. From these two type only, most of the cultivated and edible bananas develop. Uh, to distinguish it from plantain group, then AA and AAB. For that only scoring is introduced. Uh, with the help of the score range only, we will classify it to a AA or AAB or a POM group, silk group, like that. We can classify according to scoring only.
Okay. Any other questions?
How to calculate all the genomic constitution of banana for all varieties? Is there any special method to calculate the genomic activities, or we have to memorize it?
uh, you have to memorize only. uh, you have to study the score range and then the genome constitution, then easily you can study cultivars.
Okay.
Mean what is pairing and pralinage practice?
Yeah. Pairing and pralinage means it's for a nematode problem. First, we before planting, we have to select the sucker. Then we have to trim the roots like unwanted hairs. We have to trim it. Then we have to prepare a slurry, clay slurry. Then we have to dip the banana suckers in the clay slurry. After that, we have to sprinkle carbofuran in that sucker. Then we have to plant. This practice is called pairing and pruning. In some places, they use monocrotopas instead of carbofuran.
Yes, already explained by Kalishwar that there are three types of drop. That is early drop, and that is one more is moisture due to moisture stress, and another is the pre-harvest drop that it just occurs before the harvesting of fruits, and that is the most severe one. And if you say a post-harvest drop, means like in case of the grape, after harvesting, the dropping of the berries from the bunch occurs. That is the post-harvest drop.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, sir, we can
So how can
how
we
to
control
control all
peach
these crops?
cultivation?
What? 111.
How to control all these crops?
How to control all these drops?
proper pollination, you can control yearly drop, and then by providing good irrigation, you can control June drop. Then by spraying NAA at 10 ppm, you can control pre-harvest drop.
And how
Okay.
can we control the post-harvest drop in grapes?
Basically, we cannot control as such. We have to manage it pre-harvest in a better way in the developing phases, so that the attachment of pedicel to the rachis will be better, so that the post-harvest drop will not occur. As such, we cannot, after the harvest, we cannot control the post-harvest drop in grape. Chance seedling. Chance seedling is a nothing but the selection after the seedling, which is directly evolved from the selection by the method of selection. Like she mentioned about the red delicious or royal delicious. All these are the golden delicious also. These are the chance seedlings. By the chance they are evolved, means like one farmer from Iowa selected this red delicious, royal delicious. So that is the chance selection by any chance, not in a pre-planned manner.
Clean basin management in apple.
Yes, a clean for management, as she said, that during the crop growth period, keeping the orchard interspaces free of the any kind of other grasses, like or growing other, in case of short culture, growing other green manuring or other crops in between these spaces.
So we'll end this session. Thank you very much, Kaleshwari, for making it more interactive.